He's creating relatable and unique content.
I have to do original stuff. I have a friend with whom I've composed a lot of music over the past 10 years. So I thought it's time to do it.
Loaded with eye-opening parodies.
Parodies was not my first choice, but it's like whatever you get, you have to do the best with that.
NewsX influencer A-list proudly recognizes Salil Jamdar for influence in music.
Hello and welcome. You're joining us on NewsX Influencer A-list. With us today is a very special guest. He's a writer, he's an actor, he's a singer, and he makes prolific videos. And every single cap that he wears, he pulls them off and brings a special spin to them. Joining us on the show today is Salil Jamdar. Salil, thank you so much for being with us and a very warm welcome to NewsX.
Thank you, but we're very happy to be here.
Same here. So, Salil, let's just dive right into it, okay? Firstly, we cannot start this interview without you telling us about Tere Jaane Se, your new track. I mean, you have to tell us how you went from parodies to that song, because it's a brilliant song. Right. I mean, I have heard it and I absolutely loved it. So you have to tell us how that happened.
So basically, I'm a trained singer. So, when I started parodies, I started it on some other channel because that is what they wanted to do. So parodies was not my first choice, but it's like whatever you get, you have to do the best with that. So that's how I started with parodies, but I always had this in mind, I have to do original stuff. I have a friend with whom I've composed a lot of music over the past 10 years. So I thought it's time to do it, and Tere Jaane Se was the first one that we chose.
So that's the producer. Your friend is your producer of the...
Agnel Roman. Yeah. His name is Agnel Roman, and he's a very good friend of mine. So this was also during COVID time. We recorded this literally in his small house studio. We didn't go to a recording studio, nothing. And it sounds really nice. Yeah, it sounds as if it's recorded in some really great studio, but it's that's the talent of Agnel Roman. Yeah.
Even not a guess that this was recorded in home studio. Kudos to you guys. It's very well done. Okay. So now that we're talking about your journey from parodies to music, it would be unfair to not talk about how you started doing parodies in the first place. And more importantly, Salil, I want to pick your brains. I want to know, there are some very compelling ones that you've made. I was watching the Barfi one that you had made, the Women's Day special. And it's brilliant, right? It's uninhibited. It's just out there. I mean, for people to see as is. Tell us what drives you to think of these topics and go ahead and put them out.
Yeah. So basically, I'm a very introverted person in life. So what happens is I observe a lot of things when I go around, but I don't react. Like, for example, I give this example, I'm sitting on Marine Drive and there are these really learned people sitting and they're throwing these Pepsi bottles into the ocean. And it really drives me insane. But the thing is, I don't do anything about it. I just observe and I say, if I go right now and tell them, maybe only 2-3 people will listen to me, right? But what if I keep this inside me, let it build, and when the time comes, I say it through my work, so it can reach many more. So that has been my motivation always. I've always observed things, and there are things that I note down, and this is something that I have to talk about. So I make a note of it, and then I think of the next video that I want to make, and I think, okay, this is what I really feel like talking about.
How many videos? So at any given point in time, how many videos are processing in your head?
Rather than videos, you can say topics. Like, I have many of them, I want to talk about this, I want to talk about this. So but then I just look at them and I think, okay, which one do I really feel about talking right now? So I dive right into it. And then the thing is, I don't fear anything. I don't know why. I don't fear anyone.
Have you faced flack, because you're uninhibited, like I said, you say it out there the way that it is. There are no disclaimers, there's no, word of caution, don't be offended, trigger warnings, you're out there. Do you face flack for it? Or like friends or family, have they ever asked you or told you, kyun kar rahe ho ye, or anything?
No, in fact, my family is fine. My father understands what I'm doing. He probably doesn't get the style because it is not, this is for youngsters. The way I put it out, it is for youngsters. But he understands the intention. My mom really doesn't understand much. She just understands, "Arey, ye video mein tu acha dikh raha tha. Tune acha gaya." That's what she understands. So that's my parents. Yeah. So they are fine. And otherwise, it's like I speak a lot about brands and like big celebrities also. So I have never like directly faced any backlash, but I do get some kind of reactions from their fans, especially some YouTubers or someone, if I talk about someone's content. So that happens.
I saw the Dhadak one, I have to say, and it was hilarious. I hope I'm not pulled up for this, but it was hilarious. So I'll put out there. Okay. I have one last question for you. Actually, two last questions. The second last question that I have is, how do you deal with, let's say, any kind of hate that you get? Because being out there on the internet is also putting yourself out there and putting most aspects of your life. There are rumors that are floated. There are things that are said. How do you deal with that?
Yeah. So basically, I already know it's going to happen because as we discussed, I make a lot of bold content. So even as I'm writing it, I am like, thinking of people's reactions. Okay, this particular kind of people are going to get pissed off here and stuff. But then what I do is, I go through the script again with those things in mind. Okay, is this where somebody is going to get angry? Is this where somebody will say, this is not right, this is not wrong? So I'll take care of that there itself. So what I do is I preempt those places where I think there's going to be some hate or there's going to be some misinterpretation. And I take care of it as much as possible over there. And baki, whatever happens, it's like I'm already prepared. Okay, the style of work is such that if that doesn't happen, maybe I'm doing something wrong. So, that's okay.
All right. So can we expect another song anytime soon? Is that a song in the pipeline?
Actually, I'm now thinking of, I made a series on porn addiction, and that was really, that really caught on. And after that, I just did songs last year. So I'm thinking now of making like a longer series again on some other addiction, which I'll not tell you about, but like a surprise.
All right. So there's something coming up. So all your fans should be told to stay tuned. This is like a sneak peek. Something is brewing, but we will know soon what. All right. Salil, appreciate you joining us on NewsX. Thank you so much for being a part of this show. And we wish you all the good luck and success.
Thank you. Thank you, Parini.
For more such videos, subscribe to the NewsX YouTube channel, hit the bell icon.